What's something that's getting hard to enjoy put up with as you get older? Bad sex. People who feel the need to comment on anything and everything. At some point, it's unnecessary to open your mouth. Just shut up and move on with your day. One thing that's getting hard to enjoy put up with as I get older is other people's negativity. It seems like as I've gotten older, I've become more sensitive to the negative energy of others, and it's really draining. Crowds used to love music festivals, clubs, house parties, mosh pits, phone parties, and the like. Now I need my space and feel claustrophobic around too many people. Didn't much mind the social distancing. This is a small thing in comparison, but I can't stand wearing heels anymore. No outfit it worth having to wear them. People who have made their whole personality about drinking and partying. I'm just at that point where it irritates me to no end, especially if they have children. Judgmental people or people who think they're too cool for things. Wasn't cool back in high school, and is way less cool as an adult. Bad movies. I can feel the minutes of my life ticking away now during the same ones I used to ironically enjoy. People who don't want to put effort into relationships, romantic, friendship, family, etc. Bad mentality around aging. We all do it and we're all lucky if we get to live past 60, 70, 80. I hate how negatively people talk about aging and how much time and money people spend trying to prevent it just to turn around and mock celebrities like Madonna for doing too much. It's not the worst thing in the world to age, it's a privilege so many don't get. You owe me respect because I'm mentality. People who don't go to therapy and instead make everyone around them deal with their bullshit. Dating. A combination of hookup culture, incel BS and too much porn have permeated the dating world and warped expectations of what's normal. I've seen so much clearly unacceptable behavior from men who seemed like normal, decent people. The entire experience is just so toxic. Doing my fucking makeup. I remember being a teen at 2 a.m., doing all kinds of glam for the sake of taking selfies on my point and shoot. Now I can't remember the last time I actually attempted eyeshadow that was more than one shade. Literally everything. Company. No, I don't want to chill, please leave me alone. Social media. Very noisy, loud dining environment. Drinking and parties. I enjoyed it so much, but as I age, I am now more drawn to peaceful nights where I get to think and plan my life. People with no common sense as well as those that's always negative. Life itself. Noise pollution. Noisy restaurants, loud traffic, screaming people everywhere. Just make it stop. I just want to shop in Target at 6 a.m. without having to hear screaming kids, people laying on their horns in the parking lot, car alarms, and I feel so old because I hate noise. Shallow people who drain the life energy out of you because you are so desperate for human connection, you'll try to give your time and energy to anyone you think may put time and energy back into you. Then you find out otherwise. It's mentally and emotionally exhausting. People. Getting to know new people. Unreliably exhausting. Being part of drama. It used to be fun when I was your inexperienced and naive. At this point I can relate, empathize with almost everyone's experience, and that makes it more of mentally exhausting. Spending time with family. Getting out of bed. The audacity. Of everyone. Of the world. Humans, woman shrugging. Old white men who think everything they say is so interesting. Shut up. People who gossip. You're literally getting closer to the end of your own life every day, and you'd like to spend what time you have left talking about other people's lives? It baffles me. Going out to a bar or live music with a group of friends and them wanting to stay till daybreak, rolling eyes face. I did that in my 20s. We all have jobs to go to in the morning. I dip, latest at 2 a.m. Otherwise staying out till 5 a.m. is just nuts to me. Enjoying things in general seems harder to me. Other people telling me how I should live my life. Entitled parents and their equally entitled children. When parents make up excuses and say kids will be kids when their children are running amok, screaming like banshees and are destroying everything in their path. It's not hard to teach your kids boundaries, responsibilities and manners. It makes me glad my husband and I are happily child-free. Fashion. New trends etc. used to be fun and now it's not worth my time? Also, dyeing my hair and doing nails etc. so much time and money. And especially mental energy spent. No shame on those that find joy in it. I have realized for myself I have little patience for it now, and I don't see any negative effects on my life for not participating, so I've just stopped. One, how fucked up my age group still gets when they get together for a barbecue regardless of the time of day. 2, the violence and sick in a psychological way movies have become. Everything is gore and mentally twisted rape, murders, drug cartels. It's also boring. I roll my eyes every time there is a scene of a so-called successful person who starts sniffing cocaine. Procrastination. The expectation of my husband to drink with him for every holiday, weekend, random night. Racist people. Toxic family and friends. I used to just let their actions and words slide because they're close to me and all that. Now I only interact with those who I want to and I don't tolerate any toxicity. Kids in restaurants. People. Heavy drinking. Being a non-smoker in the presence of those smoking cigars, weed, hookah. Loud parties more than twice a year. The family round-robin goodbye game. That friend that takes my time for granted. Because I want to be home, in the bed by 11 p.m. I have zero patience for adults using baby talk. Christmas. Other people. People who need to make a change about something particular in their life but refuse to do it. It could be because they say it's too hard, they don't know how, or they'll simply do it later but they never do. I don't have the patience for that. I never really did, but it's even worse now. Living and people in general. I do not hate life or want to die, but with the amount of stress and trauma I experience throughout life I want to get away from this planet. I have wept before because I feel trapped with no choice to leave Earth. I have felt this way since the age of 7. There have been days I felt disappointed I woke up again, due to I have to be here another day. Flaky, non-committal friends. Old men trying to tell me what to do. Cooking every night. My job. Insecure people putting others down and or having a shitty attitude all the time. I just can't deal with it anymore. Black scissors, black scissors. People going into pity party mode when I tell them that their actions caused me pain. I don't want you to feel bad for what you did, I want you to do better by not doing the thing. Stop playing the victim when you're called out for your own hurtful actions. Shitty friendships for the sake of a connection. I have a couple of really genuine friends mostly spread out all over the US but used to have a much larger social circle. That circle shrunk significantly once I put up reasonable boundaries. I also got mean girled out of one group, but looking back, I didn't even like those women that much, I just wanted to belong. Now that I'm mid-30s, I only have time for authentic, respectful friendships. Family reunion. When someone only talks about themselves and shows no interest or empathy in others. I will not be playing along anymore. Lately, it's been people who turn everything into something about them. There's a fine balance between contributing to the conversation with a story about yourself versus exhibiting narcissism. I'm challenging myself to look inward, maybe it's me? And also to build empathy for folks who maybe haven't been able to practice conversation skills during COVID stay-at-home periods. That seems to help a bit, but I keep noticing this across many people and contexts for some reason. I'm only 20 and I relate to so many of comments already. People cannot talk about anything borderly serious and just tolerate topics that are light and fun, usually something they like very much and not necessarily everyone around them like too. Loud places and crowds, especially loud restaurants with no acoustic absorption, or restaurants with live music where you can't hold a conversation.